Danny back for another video. If you're new to our channel, like and subscribe. If you've been here a little bit, you know that we're kind of just getting things going. So this video we're going to do a essentials to pack for your trip to Universal Land Islands of Adventure. And this is really actually a good video for any theme park in general in anywhere in the U.S., to be honest with you, not just in Orlando. So we pretty much just want to start by saying that anything that you buy in a theme park is going to be incredibly expensive. It's going to be, kind of hard to find what you need, especially if you're like on some kind of like special allergy medicine or whatever. So just kind of wanted to do a list of things for you guys to pack. That way maybe you haven't thought of certain things, maybe you weren't thinking about getting certain things that you might need until you get there. I mean, really, who wants to spend $8 on a poncho at a theme park? So we have 20 things on this list that you should pack in your items that you're taking to the park. So thing number one is pretty much a given. It's Tylenol or pain medication, Advil, Aleve, whatever that you need for day-to-day life. You can get it at the theme park. I want to say they're not going to have a ton of options, but they're going to have it. And it's probably going to be $4, $5, $6. We've never actually bought pain medication at the theme park because we always bring our pain medication. But, things to think about. You're riding rides all day. Maybe you got high blood pressure, the kids are screaming, you got a headache. Maybe kind of just bouncing around. So you never know. You might have it.
Number 2 is motion sickness meds. I get motion sickness really bad on some rides and car rides. I use Motion Ease, which is essential oils that has lavender and a few other things in it, and you put a drop behind your ear, and it lasts for about, 4 to 6 hours?
4 to 6 hours, probably.
Some people use the C-bands. We've never used them, so I don't know if it helps or not. You got Dramamine, but it makes you tired.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that anybody would really want to use Dramamine. They have like a less drowsy formula of Dramamine, but I've never used it, so I wouldn't want to risk it. You're supposed to have a fun day at the park. You don't really want to be worried about possibly being tired. So the third thing on the list is Pepto. For some of you guys that might get motion sickness, maybe your kids ate too much and you're trying to get on a roller coaster, maybe just pack some Pepto in your bag. You never know what you're going to be running into throughout the day, and it's just better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Number 4 is Lanacane. For chafing, so in our previous video we have done, we'll put a link in the description down below. It's tips and tricks for your trip to Universal and Islands of Adventure to make it the best that it possibly can be. So in that video we mentioned, wearing appropriate clothing through the parks, things that cover like leggings and stuff that cover so you don't chafe, but in the event that you do chafe, Lanacane has been a saving grace for us on multiple occasions. It's a tube about the standard size of a cortisone cream tube. It's yellow and white and has black writing across it. It's called Lanacane, and we get ours at Walgreens. I've never found it anywhere else other than Walgreens and CVS. I don't think you can get it at Walmart or Kmart or anything like that.
It's just Walgreens.
But yeah, you use about a pea-sized amount, and you rub it wherever you're chafing, and it creates this awesome barrier between the skin and the friction, whether it be clothing or skin or whatever. And if you are already chafing really bad, it puts a great barrier over it, and it helps it be a lot softer, so it's almost like it slides over like silk. So if you're continuing to walk throughout the day and you're going to continue to chafe, it puts a great barrier in between that. And if you're finally back to your hotel room or your house for the day and you've already really rubbed yourself raw, the next day it's pretty much, I would say, it's probably 40 to 50% better just the next day. And then you just continue to use it for a couple of days until it's completely gone.
And if you're not staying on the on-site hotels, any direction that you go in to pull into Universal, there is a Walgreens that you can stop at.
That is true. They tend to have, I would say, probably some less stuff than you would normally find, but it's catered towards tourists. They're usually pretty busy, but I gotta say that probably would be something that they would have. And there are other things on the market for chafing. I know Band-Aid brand has it. Has a stick. It's almost it looks like a mini deodorant stick for chafing.
But I recommend Lanacane.
I've never used anything that works not even a fraction as well as Lanacane does. And of course, we're not sponsored by Lanacane. This is just a personal opinion of it, and we've turned my mom onto it, and several other people love it. The only downside to Lanacane is it's a little hard to find. But at the end of the day, I'll hunt for it if it means I can have it. And like a little goes a long way with this stuff. So if you get one tube, it's going to last a while. So it's not like you have to hunt it down, every other week. It's, it lasts a while. Number 5 on the list is
hand sanitizer. Going to the theme parks, you got people not washing their hands when they go to the bathroom. You don't know what they've touched. You're getting off roller coasters. Please use hand sanitizer if you go to eat or wash your hands. Every time we get off of a ride, we use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. God, because you got cold and flu season that goes around.
Long story short, people are gross. Use your hand sanitizer. You don't want to be sick and pass it to other people. You don't want to get sick from whatever else anybody else has. Not just that, but just people walking around, touching their faces, touching their sweaty bodies, touching the railing, touching the stones, smoking cigarettes. Whatever anybody's doing throughout the day, you don't want that put in your face. So hand sanitizer is going to be your best friend. Surprisingly enough, they don't have hand sanitizer stations throughout Universal. I would have thought they did, but they don't. So not a big deal. Just pack a little 99-cent thing you can get at the Dollar Tree. Hand sanitizer.
Stick your finger in something squishy. Hand sanitizer.
Number 6 is ponchos. Again, something you can get at the Dollar Tree. We personally do not use ponchos when we go to the theme parks. We literally just ride the rides, get wet. If it starts to rain, we just get underneath the awning, go get some food, whatever. If we get wet, we get wet. End of the story. It's not a big deal for us, but some people it is. Ponchos at Universal are probably around $10. It's incredibly expensive. I would probably rather walk around in a 55-gallon drum trash bag before I spent $10 on a poncho at Universal. Love Universal, but it's highway robbery for $10 for a piece of flimsy plastic that's probably going to be teared, as soon as you put it on. So, Dollar Tree has them. Probably going to be the same quality as what you get at Universal.
They're just not going to say Universal enough.
No, but who really keeps a poncho anyways as a souvenir? Ain't nobody keeping a poncho. Number 7.
Flip-flops. We recommend taking flip-flops on the water rides because you don't want to walk around squishing in your tennis shoes all day long because we've made that mistake and done it before. Yes, you can bring a change of socks, but your shoes are still going to be wet. So we recommend for Popeyes, Ripsaw Falls, and the Jurassic River Adventure, wear your flip-flops. Because you can always dry your feet off and put your tennis shoes back on.
And in the previous video about, your tips and tricks, we mentioned that the free locker, so you can always put your regular tennis shoes and socks into the locker, wear your flip-flops for those 3 rides, come back, flip them over, not a big deal, it takes 5 minutes. So number 8 is wipes, like the travel size wipes. You can get those at the Dollar Tree as well. Most of the stuff that we're mentioning on this list you can get at the Dollar Tree. Not everything, but most of it you can get at the Dollar Tree. So we mentioned the wipes because, especially during the summer months, you're walking around, you're sweating real bad. I will say personally, there is a period of time towards the middle to closer to the end of the day that we have stood in line, and it is just death. Everybody is walking around the park, everybody's sweating, everybody's getting wet, everybody's just gross, and you can smell it, and it's awful, especially when you get into some of the tight queues, like in the Mummy, for example. It's a stagnant area. It's like you're supposed to be underground. There's small walkway, there's no windows, there's no doors, and so you're in these tight corridors with these people, and your eyebrows are melting off your body.
So that's most of the indoor rides are.
At least with Spider-Man, there's some airflow. It's cooler, so it's not as bad. There's nothing worse than the smell of hot, rancid body odor. Just it's awful. So take the wipes, freshen yourself up a little bit, which leads us to number 9, which is deodorant. Travel size deodorant, get it at the Dollar Tree. Wipe yourself down. Deodorant, wherever you need it. Back on your life, just a quick freshen up after lunch or whatever. makes you feel better about yourself, makes everybody else around you feel better as well. We always keep deodorant, body spray, and some wipes usually with us, and pretty much take our break after lunch and kind of clean up. So, number 10
is allergy medicine. We normally take allergy medicine because depending on what time of the year we go, sometimes there's flowers, and smoke, and stuff like that. They have designated smoking areas, but sometimes you walk past an area and you smell it. We don't know if you have any allergies to that, even though I don't think that classifies as allergies.
You have some people that have smoke allergies.
I don't know if that medicine will, but
I don't know, but I mean, like anything, different times of the year, Universal always has different
flowers.
different horticulture going on around the park. Flowers, plants, trees, bees, whole 9 yards, summertime, bees, get stung, whatever. Allergy medicine just helps. And plus, if you're not from Florida, which we're not from Florida, we're originally from the Carolinas, and that's one thing we realized when we got down here to Florida is we didn't have allergies in the Carolinas, but when we did get down here, we had allergies. It's just something about the air, the plants, the flowers, the trees, everything is just a little different in each region that you live in versus each region that you visit. So I didn't need allergy medicine as an adult up in the Carolinas, but now that I'm down here, I have to take allergy medicine every day, even pretty much year round, because I always have allergies. So, yeah, bring your allergy medicine pack in your thing, because it's almost guaranteed that Universal probably won't have it, and if they do, it's going to be $1 million for 2 tablets. And it's probably not going to be what you take unless you're getting lucky. Number 11 is sunscreen. This is a given, guys. Wear your sunscreen. Ladies, tinted moisturizer or whatever usually has it. Especially for the kids. Might be overcast, but I'm guaranteeing you're still getting sun. You might not think that you are, but you are. You spend a ton of time in the sun with these parks. Some of the rides are inside, yes, but most of the time you're going to be outside walking around. You're going to get crispy. If you're like me or like Danny, you don't really burn. You just kind of get red and get tan. It doesn't hurt to wear it just for the skin protectant side of it for your health reasons. But it also helps so you don't get the, the bad rays. You get the good rays. You just get the tan. You don't get the, the bad things that come with it. So wear your sunscreen. Make sure you lather your kids up in it. Make sure you reapply every couple hours because you will sweat it off, and it obviously has a lifespan. Number 12 is
chapstick. Chapstick. When you're riding the rides, having fun and all that stuff, your lips do get chapped. They're not really chapped. They're just like really dry.
They get windblown and just kind of crusty. I mean, you're laughing, you're smiling, you're getting windblown. It's all get out. And so, not to mention, a lot of the chapsticks have the sunscreen in it as well. Your lips do burn as well. So, it's important to protect it. And nothing is worse than having really, really chapped lips and having to lick your lips all day. I gotta say, I think I went looking for chapstick one time at Universal, and I'm pretty sure we couldn't find any. So, pack your chapstick, guys, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have it. Number 13 is Band-Aids. Scrapes, scratches, boo-boos happen, kids mainly. Blisters. You might get blisters if your socks kind of slide down. Maybe you're wearing a new pair of cute shoes that you want to wear to the park. So yeah, just bring some Band-Aids because I'm pretty sure that's another thing that you can't find in the park. They have first aid stations throughout the park, but you don't want to go to the first aid fucking paramedic over a boo-boo. So, take your Band-Aids. You don't have to worry about it. Number 14.
Bug spray. There's not really any mosquitoes or anything like that. We've noticed that there's a lot of gnats that like to try to get in your mouth while you're trying to eat.
They congregate. They try to get the moisture in your eyes, the moisture in your mouth, blowing up your nose and stuff. So take the bug spray. Just a light little mist pretty much takes care of that. We don't have too many issues with mosquitoes. Now, nighttime Halloween Horror Nights, kind of a totally different story. So take your bug spray then, because mosquitoes are the size of small hummingbirds here. So a pack of them will carry you off. Use your bug spray. Number 15 is an umbrella. If you have been to Florida at all, if you live in Florida, you know Florida is subject to torrential downpours in the afternoon for some reason. Call it the Sunshine State, but it virtually rains every day in the summer.
It's 3 o'clock every day.
Nothing is funnier than when the rain starts to pour down and everybody scatters like ants up into the awnings. And of course, if you're like us, you're always the last to get there, so you're in the corner with the side of the roof dropping off on your head. So bring an umbrella. Try to be courteous to other people. It's good to bring maybe some of the smaller umbrellas. Don't bring like the 45-person umbrella, like you got a whole tent going through Universal. But it's a good thing. If you got your ponchos, don't worry about it. Again, we don't even take umbrellas. We just get wet if we get wet. It's not a big deal. But some people like to bring the small umbrellas, so.
You also got to think about with the umbrellas, they got to be able to fit in lockers. So you have to get the ones that collapse down to about.
Yeah, bring the small ones that can just go in your bag. And of course, everybody, you realize packing this all in a book bag. Don't be stuffing it in your pockets, because then you're going to be weighted down.
Yeah. Plus, you still need a locker, because most rides won't let you on it.
16.
Change of clothes. If you're like us and like to do the water rides at the beginning, bring a change of clothes. Because if you follow around from Hogwarts and go around to Spider-Man and all that stuff, and you go past all the water rides, when you get to Spider-Man, you're going to freeze. We made that mistake. We went to water rides and went straight into Spider-Man. We froze because they jacked the AC all the way up. No time, any time of the year, it's always freezing in there.
It is, and that's just another thing too. Is leading back to the chafing thing. It doesn't really matter what kind of clothes you have on. If it's wet, you're probably gonna chafe. So, and it's just your comfort. We've done it to where we stayed all day through the park and we did the water rides the last minute, right before we were due to leave.
Which I think is a good idea.
It was a good idea, but I'll say me personally, I was still kind of miserable because we were tired. We'd walked about 10 miles the whole day. The sun was going down, my feet hurt, and then I was just wet on top of that. And then we had probably a good 2-mile-ish trek from where we were back to the vehicle. Even if you're valet parking, which we now pretty much prefer to do, it's still probably a good quarter to a half a mile walk. And then you're in the vehicle wet, you're getting your seats wet. So we just kind of prefer to do a change of clothes no matter what. So now we pretty much take a change of clothes. We ride the water rides in the heat of the day. We change our clothes and then we just kind of chill. So, yeah, take a change of clothes, guys. Number 17 is snacks. Previous video, tips and tricks. You're now allowed to bring some snacks and stuff into the park, just due to the fact of how they do things now. So we usually take just a few snacks. We normally eat breakfast at the hotel. We do live about 2 hours away, so when we go to Orlando, we do go ahead and just stay the night in a hotel. So we normally stay at the extended stays. Again, no, we're not sponsored, but that's what we like. We get the free breakfast in the mornings. And then we jump ship to the park. We usually eat lunch a little later because we like to try to beat the crowds. So after that, we'll just grab some snacks or whatever from our bag, and we usually go back to the hotel room after a long day of being at the parks because we are dead. And we usually just order in or pick up something on the way back because we just want to lay on the bed, watch TV, and pretty much
Pass out.
die, yeah. So number 18 is bring your ID because there is alcohol in the park for some of you that like to partake. We usually like to have a drink or two, maybe at lunch, and then maybe if it's like a hot day, we might get something fruity or whatever on the way in. I really recommend Tranquil Waters. You can get it at Margaritaville in City Walk. It's not on the menu anymore, but it's really good. So, other than that, if you are having issues with your fingerprint, if you are a pass holder and you're having some fingerprint issues, like this one here, he definitely has issues here and there, so bring your ID so you can get through that. Number 19 is bring your sunglasses. Sunglasses have a band on them. It's really bright inside the park, so instead of having to squint the whole time, maybe a hat, but definitely bring your sunglasses. Have the bands, because when you go around some of these curves or whatever on the rides, you might lose your sunglasses. So we have them. We have the cheapy little bands from Walmart that are like the heavy-duty rubber band. So we have that just to keep them. And we take cheapy sunglasses. Guys, don't take your Oakleys. Don't take your Ray-Bans. If you lose them or if they get banged up or bent or scratched, yeah, you don't want to do that to your $250 pair of sunglasses. We have a couple expensive pairs. We take our cheapy $10 pairs to the parks. Last one is mostly for the ladies. Bring your ponytail holders. Your hair's going to get windblown. It's going to get crazy. You're not going to look cute all day, I promise you. You just want to be able to toss your hair up. Make sure you have the tight-fitting ones. Like I have a really tight one in my hair because you will lose them throughout the rides. If you're not paying attention to your hair, it's going to shake and blow off, and then you're going to lose the whole thing. Have them on your wrist so you don't lose them. Bring a couple extras, put them in your bag, so if you do lose some, you got some extras, because it gets hot, guys. You want that hair off your neck, it's going to be hot, you're going to be sweaty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those 20 things to bring on your trip to Universal and Islands of Adventure, or any theme park, pretty much across the country, across the world. If you're the globe-trotting type, like we hope to be here pretty soon. Like the video, comment, subscribe to our channel, hit the post notification one,